On everybody, welcome back to the Thomas Gallery. And today I'm going to switch it up. Usually I talk about art, but I want to do something a little different. I want to show people, especially men, how to tie a necktie. Now, there are many different knots that you can have when tying a necktie, but I'm going to show you two of the most common, actually two of my most favorite. That's the half Windsor and double Windsor. Okay? Now, usually the type of knot that you tie with your necktie depends on the collar itself. The wider the collar, the wider the knot, so it can balance it out. But these two are normally the ones I normally put on. So I'm going to show you. First thing you do is you tie it, button the top button. Right now, what I like to do is I have a button, turn the collar up. Okay, see the collar turned up there. Sorry, my shirt's a little wrinkled. My bad. All right, now first thing you want to do is get your necktie. It's just a powdered pink one. Put it right here. And usually you adjust it according to your height. Because what you want to do is have the wide part of it, to the beginning of your pants. Where your pants begin, your waist. That's where you normally want to have the bottom part once you're done tying it. So, and that depends on the person's body shape. For me in particular, these two knots work because of me being short. These two use up a lot of tie, and once I'm done, they're able to fit. They're able to land where I need to land. So for me, speak for myself, I put the tie on my neck, on my collar. I usually have the skinny part right in between, like almost at the seat. 1, 2, 3, 4, right in between the fourth and fifth button. That depends, but right between the fourth and fifth button. Okay. Now to them do the half Windsor. So what you do is you take the big part, put it over, and usually your dominant hand will be doing most of the work. So if you're right-handed, you put the big part in your right hand. If you're left-handed, you put the big part in your left hand. So whatever hand is dominant, I'm actually ambidextrous, but I normally do it with my left hand. I could do it with my right, but I prefer to do my left hand. So big part, the wide part in your dominant hand, whichever hand that is. So for me, it's my left. So left over right. Okay. Left over right. Now, take the wide part again. See, wide part. Holding your index finger and your thumb. You take the wide part and tuck it under. All right. So right now you have. It's right here. Okay. Now, for the half Windsor, you can take the big part again, go under. Okay. You take the same big part and go over. Now you have this. You still see this little hole here, right? Take the same wide part. You take it under all of this. You back under. Now you're left with this. Okay? Now, take the same wide part. And as you can see, all that I did earlier makes a little pocket here. So my thumb is. Take that same wide part and you put it right where the thumb is. The thumb, right? And you pull through. Now some people like a dimple in there. Some people don't, but I'm sure I do it. See? You just pull and pull and pull. Right? And you use the skinny part. You hold the skinny part and you take your hand and you pull the knot up. Hold the skinny part with one hand, don't move that. And you take the knot and you push up until it gets to your neck. Okay? See? That's a half Windsor. And now if you want to tighten the knot, all you do is you take the big part and you pull down. You pull down until the knot is tight. If you want to pull the knot up to your neck, take the skinny part in one hand, knot in the other hand, and push the knot up to your neck. Okay? Now, once you're done with that, put your collar down. And there you have it. Half Windsor knot. Okay? Now, if you want to take the tie out, rule is when you're taking the tie off, you always unknot the entire tie, because if you keep the knot in there, once you unknot it, it will become wrinkled and be hard to get the wrinkles out. Okay, so how you do is you take the skinny part in one hand, the skinny part of the tie in one hand, and the same way how you tighten it up, you push the knot up to your neck to tighten it up. Take that same knot and you pull. Okay, so to tighten it, you push the knot up. To loosen it, you pull the knot down. Then once you do that, you take the skinny part right here and you just pull that out. Okay, and as you see, the knot is actually still here. You can now just knot out. Okay, that's a half Windsor knot. Now, for the double Windsor knot, everything I just showed you is just exactly the same, with the exception of the double Windsor knot has one extra step. Okay, half Windsor knot has one less step. Double Windsor knot has an extra step, which I'm going to show you. So if you remember from the half Windsor, okay, half Windsor for your big part over small part, as you see, big part over small. Now, take the big part, tuck it under like this. Now you see that? Okay. Now here's the extra step. You take it under like this. Okay. Take the same big part and you tuck that back in. So now you have something looking like this. Okay. Then you take the big part and you go over and you cover. Okay. Now you take the big part again and go back right here between the collar and the knot. You go back under and then you pull it out. Now you have here. Now what you do is you take the same big piece like last time. You see the knot? The knot is still here again. See? It's still here again. Take the same big piece, put that in, pull, and to tighten it up, just pull, and to once again, you want to adjust it to make sure it's to your liking. Now, in order to get the knot to your neck, remember, hold the skinny part in one hand, hold the knot in the other hand, and push the knot up to your neck. Okay? Push the knot up to your neck. If you want to make the knot tighter, take the big part and you pull. That will tighten the knot. So, to tighten the knot, you pull the big part. To put the knot to your neck, you hold the skinny part and push the big knot up. Okay? Then you just put your collar down again. And you have a double Windsor. Now, a double Windsor knot usually is best when the collar is wide like this. If the collar was wide, like so, although I'm bending the collars, but if the collar was wide enough, you're able to see the entire knot. See? You're able to see the entire knot. But since this collar isn't wide, it's best to use the half Windsor knot. Okay, so the wider the collar, the wider the knot. Okay, and the collars can go from real skinny to wide out like this, or to there's no collar. Okay, what do you call it? You also have a butterfly collar for bow ties. So, yeah, the wider the collar, the wider the knot. See, right? That, my friends, is how you tie a tie. And you can go online and find a bunch of different knots to use. I know about seven different knots, but I prefer, because I like them the most, the half Windsor and double Windsor. Love those knots. It also depends on the type of material that is being used for the tie, because not all ties are made from the same materials. Some are cotton, wool, silk, and those particular fabrics, you can get better results with different knots. Okay, so not all knots are going to work with the same materials. Certain materials are too thick to do a double Windsor knot. You don't really need all the folding of the tie for a thick cloth knot, because then you have it way up on here in your neck and stuff. No, you don't need that. So in ties like this is a silk tie. Silk ties work good with double knots because this fabric is thin and light, so you can use that. And yeah, so just follow those instructions. Find out what works best for you. You know, find out your body type, because everyone's body type is different. Some people have a longer torso, some people have a shorter torso, and some people are shorter in stature altogether. And those particular things matter. It matters what kind of shirt you wear. It matters what kind of tie you use. It matters what kind of knot you use with the tie that you have for the shirt. So all these things matter in order to get the proper balance. Okay? So that's my time, and I will see you all later. Peace.